Good morning. How to invest in 500 of America's largest companies through one fund. That's what we're going to talk about this morning. It's a happy Tuesday. Today's Tuesday, right? Rainy Tuesday. Or is today Wednesday? Today's Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Hey y'all, welcome back to My Freedom Money. I was supposed to come back and finish talking about the S&P 500. What is the S&P 500? The S&P 500 is 500 of America's top largest companies, 500 largest companies in the United States. Again, let me remind you, this is not financial advice, okay? I am not telling you to invest your money. You could lose your money, but your money could also grow. But I am not telling you to invest your money. You invest at your own risk. However, I do have a lot of people asking me for investment advice. I'm working on a book called My Freedom Money that's coming out. Hopefully next year. Hopefully next year this book will come out called My Freedom Money. Okay, so if you are not subscribed, please be sure to do so. Please thumbs up. Share this out for me. Let me know that you are here with me. Leave a message for me below. Thumbs up, please. Make sure. I'm just trying to make sure all my pages are working. So thank you for your love and support. Thank you for those of you who's been commenting on those little shorts I've been doing. And leaving comments for me. So last time we talked about how Warren Buffett, who is considered to be the greatest investor of all time, said 98% of people, or most people, only need to invest in low cost index fund, S&P 500. And so if you are investing outside of your 401k, your 457, and you might want to dip your foot in the investment arena, independent of your 401k or 457. I've been wanting to do that for years and years and years. I just never really sat down and learned. And so during COVID, that's what I decided. And so it's been about a year that I've been doing some investments on my own. Of course, I invest for my husband and I 401k. Roth IRA, excuse me. But in those funds, I pretty much stay with ETFs. Okay. So I wanted to start doing some investment on myself. And I'm so glad I decided to do that because I have learned so much more. But also our taxable investment account is just through the roof. Okay. So please be sure to thumbs up, share this out. Thank you so much for your love and support. Let's jump into our first S&P 500, which is last week we talked about VOO. Okay, so this is Vanguard's S&P 500. It is called VOO. See the video I did, VOO. I'm not going to be going in depth on it again, but see the video that says VOO. It's an index. It's a large blend, which means it's 500 largest company. It's 0.03%. And if I remember correctly, it's 30 cents per $1,000. They charge you the fee. It is currently $476. Today is Wednesday, April the 3rd. When I started investing in this, I think it was a little bit lesser. It is a domestic stock. It's general. And the year-to-date performance year-to-date is 9.47%. And so on average, the index, the S&P 500 return about 10%. Sometimes it's lesser, sometimes it's 12, but the average is about 10%. Okay, why is this thing still the average is 10%. So this is why Warren Buffett says you could just invest in an S&P 500, and on average, you will get a 10% return. How much is the banks giving you? Wells Fargo, Chase, American, Bank of America, 0.00. I mean, you can't even count what they're giving you. Okay, so can you imagine putting your savings? I'm not saying to do this. This is me now. We have savings emergency fund, but when we put our money in the S&P 500, it returns 10% on average. Okay, so we talked about that last week. Now there are several S&P 500. So the other one, the VU, I believe, is the most popular one. But the oldest S&P 500 is IVV, and this is iShares Core S&P 500 ETF. ETF means exchange trading fund. It is currently $521. It is down 3.79%. Year to date, it's up 9.53%. So similar to VU, which is on average about 10%. Okay. Again, this is not financial advice, but if you put your money in, on average, you will get about a 10%. Again, the expense ratio is the same as the VU. It's 0.03%. And that means for every $1,000 you invest, you will be charged 30 cents. Okay, it's 0.03%. So this IVV is the most popular. I think I do have this in one of my accounts because I do have quite a few accounts, and it's doing very, very, very well. Okay. Let's go to the holdings. So the holdings are the same as the VU, S&P 500, Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Alphabet A, Alphabet B, Berkshire Hathaway, which is Warren Buffett company, Eli Lilly, which is a medication, pharmaceutical. As a matter of fact, I got a medicine for my daughter, and it had Eli Lilly on it, and Broadcom. So these are the top 10. So if we go back to VU, you will see it's about the same. They might change one or two things, but it's pretty much the same because, again, it's the S&P 500. Okay, so in all of these that I will show you, you will see that they're pretty much the same. Let's go down here. Okay, here we go. So the S&P 500 top 10 for VU is Microsoft, same as the IVV. So it's Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Berkshire Hathaway, Google, Eli Lilly, Broadcom. It's the same. So this is why they are similar to each. The performance is the same because it's the same company they're investing. Vanguard has an S&P 500 ETF, exchange trading fund. They trade like a stock, and you could trade in and out of them all day. Whereas with the index fund, mutual funds, you get it at the end of the day. So as you can see, they're all the same. Okay, they cost differently, but they're all the same. So if you want to invest, again, I am not telling you to invest, but if you want to, again, Warren Buffett says most people need to invest in a S&P low cost index fund, S&P 500. Again, 500 is America's top 500 companies. Sometimes maybe 508, 501, I think. VU is 505. Okay. Okay. Phone. Now, let's go to another one. Yeah, there's another one. So let's say Janice, girl, I don't got 400, and how much is VU? $76. Janice, I don't have $521, but you want to invest. There is another cheaper option, which I found and learned about last year, and I absolutely love it. This is called SPLG, and this is a S&P 500 by State Street. I love this fund. I've invested in this in my kids' account. Let me make sure you've seen it. And guess how much this is? This is only $61. $61. So for $61, you can invest. This is not financial advice, in America's top 500 largest companies. Okay. Let's go down here again and see Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Alphabet A, Alphabet C, Berkshire Hathaway, Eli Lilly, Broadcom. So for $61, you can invest in 500 companies. Who's that? Hello, Real V. Good morning, my darling. Good morning. Good morning. I need to hear this. I will need to catch the replay. Okay, thank you, my dear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so you don't have 500. You don't have 400. Do you have $61? If you skip nails for a week, you can invest in the S&P 500, and you just put your $61 in there and you just leave it. This is not financial advice. I'm not saying that. I'm saying if that was me. Okay. Okay. So as you can see, it's the same fund by different investment companies for the same price. And let's see, the gross expense ratio is 0.02%, which means 20 cents for every $1,000 you invest. Isn't that a blessing? But let's just say, girl, you be like, Janice, girl, I ain't got it. I don't have $61. Fidelity, which is my favorite investment platform, has a large blend for, you're not going to believe it, girl. You're not going to believe it, less than $20. For less than $20. You cannot beat this. This is not financial advice. Fidelity has some zero fund. Okay, so that means they're not going to charge you. So this is Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund. Okay, now the difference between the index fund and the ETF is the index fund, you can only trade once a day. Once you put your trade in, the trade doesn't go through until the end of the day. See, I don't like that. I like to do the ETFs where I can see it went through. I got the price I went in for. And even if it goes up, I don't. So personally, even though I am invested in all of these low zero costs, I really don't like them. Okay. So it's $18. No. $18.45. Okay, I have all of these in our accounts. To me, this is like a balance to kind of even things out. Now, let's go down and see the top 10 holdings. What are the top 10 holdings of the Fidelity Fund? Microsoft, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta, Google, Berkshire, Google A, Berkshire, B, Google, C, Eli Lilly, and Broadcom. Aren't those the same as we saw for VU, IVV, SPLG? So for less than $20, you can invest in 500 of America's largest companies, girl. I don't know about you, but this is why I think everybody, this is not financial advice. I think everybody should invest. Again, this is not financial advice. Okay. So let's go over the S&P 500. We have VU, which is Vanguard ETF. Okay. ETF is exchange trading fund. There are mutual funds, there are index funds, and then there are ETFs. Mutual funds and index funds, you can only trade them once a day. When you trade it, you don't see the price you get. So let's say VXIAX, I think that's the Vanguard mutual fund for the S&P 500. Let's say it went down. When you saw it, you bought it for, I don't know how much It is, but let's say $3,000. Let's just go over there and see. Let's see. Vanguard S&P 500 index fund. Let's see it here. Okay, here we go. So the Vanguard S&P 500 index fund, VFIAX. It is considered a mutual fund. It is a mutual fund, index fund. And to get in the Vanguard index fund, it's $3,000. I don't know about you, but I ain't got no $3,000. Well, I have it now, okay? But I'm still not putting in the index fund. So if you want to trade Vanguard index fund via IAX, you have to at least have $3,000 to get in, okay? You can't get in for less than that. So let's say, oh, was you guys seeing that? I'm sorry. Here it is. VFIAX. This is the Vanguard Index Fund, and it's $3,000 to get in. But I'm going to come back and tell you why I prefer ETFs versus index funds, okay? $3,000, right? So let's say the index fund is $3,000. When you $3,000 and let's say it goes down to $2,500. And you say, ooh, it went down. I'm going to put $2,500 in. But then let's say settles at $5,000. Guess what you're going to pay? $5,000. That's why I don't like mutual funds and index funds. I prefer ETFs because ETFs are like stocks. You get the price you see. Okay. So this is why I like VOO, I like IVV, I like SPLG, and I like FNILX, which is the Fidelity Zero Expense Ratio index funds. I don't really like the Fidelity, but they're cheap. They're like $20, and I have them in my account, my kids' account, my husband's account. To me, it's like a stabilizer just to balance some things out, okay? So I'm going to come back and talk about the difference between index funds, mutual funds, and ETFs. So if you do not, most people do not have $3,000 to put in one fund, and I do not believe you can dollar cost average in. You have to have $3,000 for the Vanguard fund. You can dollar cost average in Fidelity and VOO. And I'm going to show you how you can do that, okay? The Real V, hey again, thank you. Sunny D, good morning, because Janice Remnant, Money Market Guru, Janice, thank you for hey Sunny D, I need me some Sunny D right now. How did you get to this page on Fidelity? I just Google Fidelity S&P 500. Okay, let me go back to it. So you just put it in. You just Google. Look. Make sure you're seeing that. Google. See? Fidelity Zero Large Cap Index Fund. But that's because I know what it is. So you just press here. Scroll down. And here it is. But that's because I know what it is. If you don't know what it is, you just put Fidelity S&P 500. Okay? So there you go. There you go. You can invest in America's 500 companies with less than $20. Girl, you've got to have $20. You have to have $20. Borrow 20. Well, I'm not telling you. This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. All right, y'all. I have to go. I absolutely love you. Anybody have any questions before we go? I'm trying to do these video lives because I'm trying to get this channel approved by YouTube. I've been dragging my feet, but I have to get it done this year. So that's why I'm doing these lives. So you guys see it now, and I'm going to upload it again later. Any questions, any questions, any questions? So Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all times, said, let's find what Warren Buffett says. Okay, let's go. Let's go to what Warren says. Warren Buffett. Okay. Let me turn a little music on so I don't get penalized, because YouTube is doing some stuff I just don't understand. Okay. Here go Warren. Oh, I forgot I could speed it up too.
And I'd like to touch on an earlier question about investing with small sums of money. I'd like to ask both of you, if you were 30 years old again and had your first million in the bank, how would you invest it, assuming you're not a full-time investor, you have another full-time job, you can cover your expenses with other savings for about 18 months, no dependents?
Well, I'll be very simple. Under the conditions you name, I'd probably have it all in a very low-cost index fund, and it'd probably be, might be Vanguard. Somebody I knew was reliable, somebody where the cost was low, and because you postulated that you're not going to become a professional investor, I would recognize the fact that I'm an amateur investor, and I would feel that unless bought during a strong bull market, which this hasn't been, I would feel that was going to outperform to a degree bonds under current conditions over a long period of time, and then I'd forget it and go back to work. Charlie?
Yeah, it's in the nature of things that you aren't going to have a whole lot of screamingly successful professional investors. You've got a great horde of professionals taking croupiers' profits out of the system, most of them by pretending to be professional investors, and that is in the nature of things too. But if you don't have any rational prospects of being a very skilled professional investor, well, of course you should compromise on some simple thing like an index fund.
And that you will not get that advice from anybody, because nobody gets paid to give you that advice. And so you will have all kinds of people telling you how much better they can do for you than that, and how if you just give them a wrap fee or give them commissions or whatever it may be, that they will do better, but they won't do better. On average, 1,000 other people like you do the same thing. That group of 1,000 will do worse if they listen to the people that make pitches at them. And in the end, why should you expect? I mean, you'll get a very perfectly decent return over a 30 or 40-year period by doing what I suggest. And why should you expect more than that when you don't bring anything to the party? The salesman will tell you that you'll get it, but you won't.
I would give you another word of warning. Do not judge stockbrokers generally by the ones you meet at this meeting. We attract some of the most honorable, intelligent stockbrokers in the world. They are not representative of the class.
Hey guys, so there you have it. Two of the greatest investors of all time, says S&P 500. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. My daughter's van is here. Okay, so there you have it. Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. Charlie Munger just died earlier this year, ending of last year. I think he was like 96 or something like that. Most people need to invest in S&P 500. Bet on America, they're saying. Bet on America if you are a novice investor and you just want to invest outside of your 401k and your 457, right? Because with your 401k and 457, you have advisors that says invest in these funds. For a very long time, my investment was just at my job that I have now. I've been investing since I started there, and for a portion of the time, my investment was only in the S&P 500. And so now I just kind of change it because I'm getting ready to retire in about 7 years. So I wanted to change some things around. But for myself and my husband and I, Roth IRA, it is, I'm going to tell you what I have in there. But for my individual investments account and the public portfolio I'm showing you, I have 3 different kinds of investment styles going in there based on what you want. But if you're just an individual, again, this is not financial advice, and you just want to invest on your own, they're saying S&P 500 is your best bet. Okay. All right, let's see. Fidelity. So I showed you how to get to Fidelity, and I'm going to link my Fidelity referral link down below. Okay. If you want to use my referral link. We don't get anything, but I guess they just kind of connect you that you referred this person. Sunny D, would you be able to let us know the next time you plan to be live here, please? I'd like to be on time. Oh, girl, no, I don't do schedules because, you know, with the kids and stuff, I just pop up, okay? But I'm going to get a text thing. I'm going to get a text thing so I can send out a text. Hey, I'm about to go live. I have Fidelity account. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, great. So the Real V, what are you invested in? How often will you be doing these videos? As often as I can. I do need to grow this channel, so I need to do at least 3 videos a week. So I'm going to try my very best, okay? Nikki, will there be a replay? Absolutely, there will be a replay below. So when this is over, just go to live and replay it, and then I'm going to upload it again later, okay? Norris, thank you so much, Sunday. Thank you. All right. Okay, y'all. So there you have it. If you want to invest on your own, this is not financial advice, and you just want to dip your foot, and you're like wondering, oh my God, what should I invest in? Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger, S&P 500, America's top 500 largest companies. That is all you need. They are saying that is all you need. All right, I have to run, girls. 8:15. I gotta go. I love you. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up, share this out for me, y'all. Share it on Facebook, in your email. Listen, Black people, we need to start creating generational wealth. We need to invest. We need to stop waiting for handouts. We need to stop waiting for people to give it to us, and we have to go and get it ourselves. Okay? Investing is a way. I'm not telling you to invest. This is not financial advice because I don't want nobody trying to sue me. Like, you told me to invest, girl. I lost my money, but you're sure ain't gonna give me some of your money when you grow it. All right, y'all, I have to go. Amen, sister. I love you, darling. Love you. Talk to you later. Leave comments below. Any questions, I'll answer it. Come back tomorrow. We're going to look at another form of investment, okay? So there are 3 forms. There's the S&P 500. That's one. We're going to do 2 more, okay? I love you. Let me know what you think. Bye.